I'm not really sure what Cowboys nor Skulls have to do with Liverpool and the Premier League, but we're going to find out in just a minute. This one is called the 4-3-3 Skull Cowboy. This was tested with Liverpool with an 86% win rate with 64 played, 55 wins, 4 draws, and 5 losses. So a fantastic season for Liverpool. The page does show a couple of screenshots of their schedule itself. It looks like they at least won the treble. I'm assuming they won the quadruple. They did have a fantastic season. The description on the page says a 4-3-3 that got some amazing results at Liverpool. It's a very attacking tactic that would suit one of the more able teams, but surprisingly, it doesn't leak many goals. Attacking wingbacks provide the width with an IF and an IW sitting narrower. A pressing forward causing havoc provides the platform for an advanced playmaker in attack to control play. There's a lot of energy in midfield and lots of goals for everyone. He tested this tactic with Liverpool, as I said, for one season with some excellent results. But now we are going to check it out with our 3 teams of, well, Liverpool and Aston Villa in the Premier League and Ipswich Town in the Championship. So with all that said, let's jump into the Premier League and see how they did. Well, yeah, seems to work pretty well so far. Aston Villa in Firth just pipping Liverpool on goal differential by 1 to the Premier League title. Liverpool coming in second with 89 points, 99 goals, 99 for Aston Villa as well. This is one of the closest seasons you will ever see. Domestic cups for Aston Villa since they were on top in the league look pretty nice. They got to the Carabao Cup final against Tottenham and lost 0-1. That hurts. But they did beat Liverpool in the process. But they did get to the FA Cup final against Arsenal and win 3-2 in extra time. And let's just add a third trophy to the list. Fiorentina just got trashed 4-0 in the Europa Conference League final. 3 trophies this season. Aston Villa did an absolutely amazing job this season. If you are an Aston Villa fan, if you have any desire to play with Aston Villa, this might be the tactic to choose. Tops in the league is amazing. Winners of the Conference League, winners of the FA Cup, runners up in the Carabao Cup. That's pretty amazing. And I still would have expected a couple more green, funny enough. But appearances, there you go, 63 for Martinez. But goals, 43 for Ollie Watkins, 20 for Diaby. Not bad at all. 24 assists for Douglas Luiz. Yeah, average rating, Moussa Diaby with a 7.27. Well, Liverpool had a much calmer domestic run. Carabao Cup 4th round against Aston Villa, we've already seen 2-3. They get to the FA Cup quarters, but against Middlesbrough in extra time, 2-4 loss. Well, they do make it up in Europe, 1-0 over Atalanta in the Europa League final, but man, Aston Villa did such a much better job throughout a lot of this. I'm very surprised it was only 1-0. So overall, Premier League, I mean, you're tied pretty much for first place. 1 freaking goal differential, and that's it. But second place it is. Champions League, you still have it next year. You win the Europa League, not by much, but still you get it. FA Cup, Carabao Cup, probably ones to be kind of forgotten. Now you are missing some green here too, but that's kind of more to be expected, especially since Aston Villa did so well. But goals, you got 24 for Nunez, Salah with 20, as is McAllister. Well done by McAllister. 21 assists for Trent, 14 for Robbo, and then average rating Mohamed Salah with a 7.20. Now the data hub should be interesting. Aston Villa, again, since they're on top, goals through the roof, shots per game, not all the way to the tops though, which is interesting. But goals per game, 2.61, conceded 0.84. And as we see Liverpool's data hub, goals, yeah, it's still not through the roof. I mean, it's still very well done, very attacking minded, non-penalty expected goals per 90 though, all the way at top, almost shots per game, all the way at top. Goals per game, 2.61, same pretty much, 0.87 conceded. So yeah, I mean, they're going to be almost exactly the same since they really ended up almost exactly the same. And then both with a 2.34 points per game. You got 6 without the loss. That's nice. Scored in a row, 6. But Premier League stats, most goals, Aston Villa and Liverpool both on top with 99 apiece. Fewest shots against Liverpool with 279 in third. Aston Villa in 6th with 344. Most possession, Liverpool only making the list with 51%. Most dribbles made, Liverpool again, 5th with 637. And then most shots for Liverpool in 1st with 666 and Aston Villa with 606. But now with Liverpool and Aston Villa doing so well, how did Ipswich Town do? Pretty darn nice themselves. 105 points, leading the league, automatically promoted in first place, that trophy in hand. 115 goals, We've seen larger point tallies, but overall, this is a pretty nice one for Ipswich Town. And just like Liverpool, a fairly quiet domestic run. Carabao Cup third rounder out against Fulham 1-3, and then the FA Cup fourth round against Everton. But the championship is where you had it. I mean, first place is fantastic for them. Anytime they get up into the promotion spots is wonderful. Anytime they get promoted is even better. Anytime they get first or second, it's fantastic. You love it. FA Cup, Carabao Cup, whatever. So squad-wise, I mean, they've got green of their own. So 10 goals for Chaplin and Luongo, and that's it. I mean, you're kind of spreading it out a little bit, but wow, first place, and that is it. Hurst, you get 9. Okay, with 8 starts, Jesus. But assists, 21 for Leif Davis, 760 for Donassian with 9 off the bench, but regular starters Leif Davis with a 721. And then championship stats. Most goals, Ipswich Town with 115. Fewest shots against in third with 364. You got most dribbles made in fifth with 741. And then most shots for in first with 734. Well, now let us take a look at the tactic itself. A sweeper keeper in defend is where you start. Wingbacks on the left and the right in attack. Ball playing defenders in the central spots. A DM in support above them. A box-to-box in support on the midfield line next to an advanced playmaker in attack. Inverted winger in attack on the left. An inside forward in attack on the right. And a pressing forward in attack up front. Positive mentality, in possession attacking with his fairly wide, approach plays pass into space, passing directness is shorter, tempo is higher, low crosses and run at defense. In transition, counter press, counter and roll it out. And then out of possession, a high press line of engagement, a higher defensive line, trigger press much more often, and prevent your goalkeeper distribution. But now how did it do overall for these three teams? I mean, you gotta say phenomenally well. Maybe not the highest tallies, the goals, the points that we've ever seen, but they're all tops of the league. It is pretty nice to see. Ipswich Town doing a fantastic job. And Liverpool and Aston Villa, yeah, really doing a fantastic job as well. 89 points apiece. I mean, again, we've seen them in the 90s. We've seen Ipswich Town in the 110s, I think. But overall, it's one to take a look at. Definitely one to use if you like that formation. See how it works for your team and how you can kind of counterbalance everything. I mean, when you get into tactics themselves, when you get into the matches themselves, things are going to play out a little differently, but I think you could do fairly well with this. At least check it out and see how things work. But that is it for me, Sefian FM, for the Football Manager blog channel, saying thank you as always for watching. Take care and enjoy.